help people understand how they ended up in prison and how to get out.
How you doing, man?
Good, yourself?
I'm good.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Good to be back, Samuel. How you doing, man?
Right, yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm Keith Watley from UnCommon Law, and it's a pleasure to be here. I don't usually think I'm going to say that when I walk into a prison, but then I get to connect with people like you. It all sort of transforms my life as much as it does yours. The focus is not so much on the crime anymore. The focus is on how well you understand who you were at the time of the crime, how you came to be that person, be that way, and how you've used your time in prison to change, and then how well you can describe what your life looks like going forward. The problem is, in order to do that, people need to be able to understand and explain their own personal journey.
Everything with the board process, it's really about connecting. So this is the incident. The crime is never going to change. You did what you did. How do I now connect these things that happened when I was 6, being homeless, and bounced around in foster care, to this? How do I connect moms being a crackhead and a prostitute, connect back to this? How do I connect bouncing around foster cares and group homes and eating out of trash cans back to this? How do I connect these significant events in my life? How did they shape my thinking to where I can go in somebody's house, kick the door in, tie them up, and take their shit? How did that all play a factor? Because you didn't just get there. You didn't just wake up one day and be like, it's a good day to go. Nah, there's a backstory. So you know the what, you're trying to answer the why.
If someone has difficulty explaining themselves, then the commissioners will say, well, you lack insight. And that lack of insight can be enough reason to deny parole.
Insight. We've probably all heard that word by now, right? What do you think we mean by that? What do they mean by that?
What are the steps that it took to get to this point, what it really is, the core of it.
The core, good. Go ahead.
It's a deeper, more aware understanding of what made you commit the crime.
Of what made you commit the crime.
Not only the causative factors that caused you to commit the crime in the first place, but also an understanding of the impact it had on others.
Okay, so he's getting to another piece of it. There's the understanding of why it happened, but he's talking about also understanding the impact your actions had on other people.
How are we going to restore the damage we've done? Because we've destroyed people's lives. And we have to be able to be willing to go back and reach out to those people. If we abuse women, you know what I mean? Maybe we can create a shelter out there for women the next time. There's things that we can do to go back into our communities to help build it back up. And I think that's a really important part of that.
You're speaking about living amends.
That's right.
How do I make a living amends? You need to start thinking about my victim, and then who was this person connected to? And how did me taking this life impact those other lives that are connected to this one person? Because you have to own that too. The secondary and tertiary harm caused by you, that's on you too. You was the one that knocked that first domino over, and as a result, all of these other ones went tumbling down because you first knocked the first one. And so those are things that when we talk about accountability, you have to own.
For me, I was sitting here, I'm actually moving to tears because I too committed a murder. To come to the point, the realization of the damage and the impact that you have on someone's life and their family's life, overturning the soil deep within your heart to get to that place, that's a real place. And it takes a lot. It is not something that a person can do overnight. And that just took me back to
Thanks for sharing,
my
bro.
situation.
Thank you for that. Go over here.
The challenge of this process is that people have to allow themselves to be seen, to be vulnerable. And not everybody is up for that because it's painful stuff. It's shameful stuff that keeps people stuck.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
I want to go home.
No, I wasn't asking y'all to repeat it. I'm just telling you, this is what was inside my heart and inside my mind. I've been denied 3 times. So this accountability workshop is big for me. I don't know how big it is for y'all, but it's gigantic for me. Because I didn't tell anybody that I put on a ski mask and went and shot this man. I wanted to kill him. But I did. And I feel so much better about myself being able to say it because I know how wrong I was then, and I'm really apologetic and remorseful for the way that I once lived. What I've learned here today is to speak my truth, own my truth, and that if I go into the board and I'm not truthful, they'll see it. They'll ding me on it. That shame that I held on to, like Brene Brown, The Power of Vulnerability, it unraveled the connection. I couldn't connect with them commissioners. No matter how much I was in there crying, and if you said Frosted Flakes, I'm woo, you know what I'm saying? Domino's Pizza, woo, I'm crying, but they don't care about that. They ain't trying to hear none of that. They just wanted me to really dig deep and admit the truth to myself and to them, and the fact of the matter is, I'm accountable and I'm responsible. So that denial served as a real wake-up call for me, and it could cost me another 3 to 5 years. So it took for me to go through this from holding on to all of that anger to actually tap into my heart and be able to share what I share with y'all today. So thank you. Thank you, man.
Too few people are granted parole each year. The system is created in a way that it allows the parole commissioners to deny parole based on almost anything that makes them uncomfortable. And as long as we have a system that gives them so much discretion based on a suspicion about a lack of insight, we will continue to get this. And especially if we continue with the broader social narrative about people who commit violence, they should always be feared.
The narrative about us that's out in the world says that we don't matter. And that's bullshit, because everybody in this space, you do matter. And so I'm asking, even challenging y'all now to do the work. To do the work so y'all can come home and help us with the heavy lifting that we need to do together on that side of the wall.
Keith, bro, thank you, brother.
Let me hold this.
Well, I'm free and I'm out.
There's this commonality among people that we respond to trauma, that people can say, yeah, I guess, okay, I can get it. Well, if I had that experience when that kid had, I might have made some of those decisions. Or what if I had interpreted this that way instead of this way? It allows people to see the person involved.
You were super nice to me and everything, and I was like, wow, you know, I'm not used to people caring about me. And by giving me that little hope, that's all it takes is a little. Then it just explodes from there, you know. It changed me right there, you know.